Let's get into some Wednesday wrangling now with Justin Smith, columnist and author, live from Melbourne. And Lisa Goddard, Donny Media, joining us live from hometown Brisbane. Good to talk to both of you. What do you think about Arnie there, Lisa? He gave him a bit of a truth bomb on The View.
Oh, dear.
Could you imagine the reaction? Whoopi Goldberg must have been sitting there just going, oh no, what is he saying? He's meant to be on our side, not speaking some common sense, because you don't very often hear that on The View. But what I loved is there was actually an applause from the audience. So go figure that. You've got The View audience, you've got Arnie saying, well, immigrants need to behave, make your bed, keep the place clean, do the right thing, give back. Audience approves. I'm not sure the panel did.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting, though. I suppose they thought he might have a different view, Justin, because he's an immigrant himself. But I find it in this country, it's immigrants to this country who are often more, I suppose, strident about the need for people to obey the immigration laws. Immigration is great, but if I came here legally and did the right thing, then I expect you to do the same.
Yeah, that's a good point. This thing about Arnie, though, I thought he was supposed to be a tough guy. Have a listen back to that wishy-washy, bob each way kind of answer. I thought he was supposed to be the Terminator. That was as weak as hell. But let's not. This immigration crackdown. I mean, the immigrants and even the illegal immigrants are such a big part of the economy in America. I mean, this is America for you. They have guns and they wonder why people get shot, and then they allow the immigrants to be such a big part of the economy, and then they wonder why there are immigrants. Let's not forget what it's all about here. It's all about Trump trying to look tough. It's all about Trump rolling the military and the power into there. It's all Trump, Trump, Trump. If you think this is a real crackdown on immigration in America, you've been sold a pup, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think for once, Lisa, I kind of agree with Justin, but probably not for the reasons
you think
so. Yeah. Well,
let me write down the time and date this happened, mate. One sec. I've got to write this down.
Exactly. But you're not going to like why. The reason is it is all about Trump, Trump, Trump. But it's exactly about Trump, 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 because, Lisa, under Democrat presidents, we've had even more illegal migrants arrested and deported back in the Obama days, and there were no riots and protests then. People just accepted that that's the law. But because Trump's doing it, suddenly it causes a riot.
Yeah, exactly. And look, and Trump is doing exactly what he said he would do. So there's no surprise in that he's cracking down on immigration. And Justin, to your point, immigration is great, but it's the illegal immigration that they've got a problem with. That's very clear. That's not disputed. And that's what people are standing up to and saying, look, if you come here illegally, we don't want you. If you are here, then assimilate. Be part of our community. Be respectful of the fact that you are in this country, be it America, be it Australia. You're in this country because you have chosen it.
Yeah, I think Trump likes to trick it all up too to make it look like he's a little bit more dramatic than he really is, and so you get that backlash. Let's come back to Australia, where much more sensible country, of course, where we've got the local government, the Northern Beaches Council in Sydney out there, beautiful part of the world where people live, you know, right up against some of the best beaches in a wonderful climate. It is literally heaven on earth, but they want to solve the Middle East. They want to end the war, and their council's going to do it. Listen to this Greens councillor.
Whilst foreign policy is the responsibility of the federal government, many Northern Beaches residents are horrified by the ongoing military attacks by the Israeli Defence Force on the people and infrastructure of Gaza. They would like us to do whatever is in our power to stop the bloodshed.
Justin, do you really think the ratepayers of the Northern Beaches want their council to deliver world peace?
I was going to say, there's a guy who's planning to run for the Senate one day into the future, or at least he's hoping to. I'm for world peace, and I'm obviously for people espousing it wherever they can. But but that's right. It's kind of an obvious thing, isn't it? It's when a politician says, "Oh, I'm all for health and education and better roads," and name me a politician who isn't. It's kind of just so obvious that they don't look. It's just, I've got to be frank. It's just, I like the sentiment, but it's just garbage. To be honest, it's just sort of garbage.
I'm all for world peace, Lisa. I just don't think it's going to be delivered by Miss Universe or the Northern Beaches Council.
the Dolphins might be saved by Miss Universe. But look, at least he knew that it was the federal government that was responsible for foreign policy, so you have to give him a tick there. Look, what is he, 21? I think there was some reference to his greatest experience in life as far as business goes was working at Kentucky Fried Chicken. So he needs to go back to understanding exactly what the role is of local council. Look at the rates, roads and rubbish. You talked about garbage. Well, he needs to focus on getting the garbage collected, not trying to interfere and thinking he can make some grand stance and waste so much time on the same night that they vote in a 25% pay rise. So he actually walked away
not a pay
with
rise.
money in his pocket after all of that.
A 25%
increase in rates. You're right. Increase in rate rise.
They stuck their ratepayers for a 25% increase in their rates, just staggering, on the same night that they did.
They're obviously not a good council.
They're not a good council. Oh, man, they need a sister city relationship with Gaza now to sort things out and deliver world peace. Now, Justin, there's a game of sport on tonight. Some people call it footy. I still can't quite think of it as footy, but rugby league, state of origin, Queensland versus New South Wales, playing in Perth, strangely enough. Is it getting much attention in Melbourne, or is this all anathema to you?
What are you talking about? New South Wales and who? Someone else.
Queensland.
What are they doing? They're playing a game somewhere. Yeah. Where are they playing? What is it?
They're playing. It's in Perth, and it's rugby league. State of origin.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah. Okay. Oh, good luck to them. Good luck.
No need to ask you, Lisa.
I hope they do well.
Are you AFL boys?
You'll be on the Maroons, no doubt, Lisa, looking to get some revenge and put it to a decider, surely.
What's that game? What do they play?
It has to go to a decider.
No.
Yeah. Look, I let the team down tonight because I walked into the office this morning and the whole team looked at me and said, "Where's your maroon?" I was like, "Oh, so it's black," but I'm sorry, I let the state down on that one. But yes, come on, you have to be watching that game tonight at least.
Look, I tell you what, I might even have a look.
I say it's a win. I say it's a win to make it a decider.
We would like to see a third game. You want a decider back over here where people watch rugby league. Why Perth is involved, I've got no idea, but we will see. Thanks for joining us, Lisa and Justin. We'll catch you next week and we'll see whether or not the Maroons do get up.